Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Derek's Easy Home Cooking. And today we're going to make a Japanese dish, a real home style dish called Nikujaga. And Niku basically just means meat, and jaga refers to potatoes, and so it's basically meat and potatoes, but it actually uses very little meat. It just uses a small bit of beef to provide flavor to the potatoes and onions. And so let me show you our ingredients. So what we have here for you is about 1/4 pound of thinly sliced beef. I bought this at the Japanese market. I've also heard that Trader Joe's sells some shaved beef. I have an onion. I'm going to use about half an onion. I have 1 russet potato, and I have a carrot. I'm probably going to use about half a carrot as well. So let's start by prepping the vegetables. So we will just peel the potato and the carrot. You can use other kinds of potatoes like Yukon Gold if you like as well. That would make for a really delicious Nikujaga. Just happen to have a russet potato here. This is one of those dishes that you can't really order per se at a Japanese restaurant, but it's something that you would eat in a Japanese home. It's one of those comfort food dishes. And we'll peel just about half the carrot. And as for the onion, I think I'm just going to cut half of it for now. Let's use half of it. And skin on this. Onion, I'm going to do a thin slice on that. Oops. Okay. Those pieces here. The carrot, we're going to do roll cutting, which I've taught you before. Turn the vegetable a 1/4 turn as you cut. And that makes for an attractive cut that's used in Asian cooking. And then with the potato, we're going to also roll cut it. Okay, so there are our vegetables. Another ingredient that I neglected to mention earlier is ito konnyaku or shirataki. It's a yam-based noodle, and that we also have 1 7-ounce package of ito konnyaku that will go into our dish. Now let's get started cooking our dish. To your pan here, I'm going to put just a little bit of oil, maybe about a teaspoon or so, and heat that up. And to that we're going to add the sliced onions. Get the onions nicely stir-fried, kind of softened up just a little bit. So we will cook these over medium-high heat. And you can see that the onions have just begun to soften a little bit, and we're going to add in the meat. About 1/4 pound, as I said. Some hamburgers have more than a quarter pound of meat, so this is just a little bit of meat. And we want to just break up the pieces a little bit, separate some of the pieces, and get those browned up just a little bit. You don't want to overcook the meat too much. It's going to be simmering together with the carrots and the potatoes and the konnyaku. Let that brown just a little bit. Now let's add in our potatoes and our carrots and the ito konnyaku, and kind of spread all the ingredients around nicely. And to that I'm going to add 1 cup of water. Okay. And then we're going to add some of our seasonings. And if you had homemade dashi, you could use that, but I'm going to just use some dashi powder that we have. Comes in handy. Just about a teaspoon or so of the dashi powder. That will give it some nice flavor. I'm going to add mirin, Japanese sweet cooking wine, 2 tablespoons. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sake, which is the Japanese rice wine. And we will also add a couple of tablespoons of sugar. It's also gonna do. Okay. And we want to bring this up to a simmer. Now this is a dish that you don't want to cook on super high heat because then the potato will break up. So I'm just turning it up just to bring it up to a simmer. And then we will turn it down to low. And I have an otoshibuta. This is a drop lid that the Japanese use, or you can use a piece of parchment paper as well. And you want to just maintain it at a simmer and put this right on top of the ingredients and let this cook for about 10 minutes or so. So you can see that 10 minutes have passed now, and what I'm going to do is I will add the soy sauce to the mixture. I'm going to add about 2.5, let's do 3 tablespoons of soy sauce to the mixture. And just going to stir that in a little bit. And then I will, once again, bring this back up to the simmer. And we will put our otoshibuta back. And I'm going to let this simmer for another 10 to 15 minutes or until the potatoes are tender. Okay, you can see that after simmering the dish for another 10 to 15 minutes, the potatoes are nice and fork tender, and I've also let the dish sit for a little while after. You might let it sit for half an hour or so to just let all of the juices soak in, all the flavor to meld together. I have a nice serving dish here. Scoop it out into the serving dish and be careful not to mash up the potatoes or break the potatoes. And so we'll just serve some of it up here so you can see. And I have some snap peas which I've blanched, and we'll use that as a little bit of a garnish here. Okay, how's that? And why don't you join me at the table? So as we end our time together, I'd like to thank you for watching the video on Nikujaga, a typical Japanese dish, and I'm going to taste it for you. Get a little bit of the potato and a little bit of the meat. The potato's just nice and tender. It's really absorbed the flavor of the sauce. And the onion and the carrot and the ito konnyaku is really delicious as well. This makes for a very easy weeknight dinner. It's hearty, it's comfort food, and I hope if you haven't tried making nikujaga that you would find that this would be an easy recipe that you can make at home. So until next time, I thank you for tuning in to Derek's Easy Home Cooking.